pencils down. Look up at the board. All that we're doing, Manuel, pencil down. Alfonso, pencil down, please. Manuel, I'm recording. I'm recording. Thank you, sir. Okay, when we have a number line, what direction is positive?
Right.
To the right. So we're 0, 3 is this side, negative 3 is this side, right? If we have an arrow facing this direction, that means less than. Because as we go this direction, we're going more and more negative, right? Where if we go this direction, we're going more and more positive. Are we clear on that? Okay. So what this is, these are problems that we're solving inequalities for, which means the answer has a range of some sort. Okay? So we're figuring this out and then we're graphing it. So what an inequality means, it's greater than or less than. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Okay? So looking at this first, the first example is saying describe the solution of 2p is greater than 8. Well, we should know how to solve this problem at this point, right? We've done it for several months, right? We divide by 2, we divide by 2. There is no difference here. Equal sign is just going away, and now we have an inequality. Are we clear on that?
Yes.
Okay, so if we go to solve this, we have multiplication here, right? 2 times p. We have a constant next to a variable. So we're going to do the opposite to solve for it. What's the opposite of multiplying? Divide. So we're going to divide both sides. 8 divided by 2, this goes in the calculator first. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this is saying p is greater than 4. It's not saying the answer is 4, it's saying p is greater than 4. So what an inequality is there's a huge range. Could it be 13? Yes. Could it be negative 4? No. So how we graph this is this. We go to the 4, open circle, greater than is pointing this direction, right? That's how we graph it out. Now why is that an open circle?
Because there's not a line on the bottom.
Correct, and that little line matters. What that little line means, it kind of changes the problem. It's saying, if there was a little line right here, we would have to shade that dot in. It'd be closed, is what we call. Okay, so we'd shade in the middle. So what that means is, it's exactly equal to 4 and or greater than. So it's a little bit different. Okay? Are we clear so far? Good talk. Okay, number 2. Graph the inequality. 1.5. Right? 1.5. The decimal. Okay? So we're going to be in between negative 1 and negative 2. Right in the middle. It's less than. It's pointing this direction. Right? Do we see that? So if the arrow is going this way, it's less than. Right, Erica? You want this table? I'll tell you, when I do inequalities, the best thing you can do on your paper is do this right from get-go. Before you even get to the do now, write this, and then write this. That will help you immensely, okay? And if you remember on the number line, you're 0, and let's say 5, and then you're negative 5, remembering how a number line works. Okay? Are we clear so far? Let me see thumbs up or down on this, please. That's everyone. I need to see whether you get it or not. Okay, good. Good. Yes? Okay. So there's nothing really to get at this point. I'm telling you greater than's heading this direction, less than's heading that direction, right? And let me explain. If you have $0, okay, and you borrow $5, you don't have 0, you owe someone 5, right? Versus if you have 5, number line, 0, climbing up. To the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is heading this direction. Then when it's negative, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on, going this direction, right? So if you're less than, you're going negative. If you're greater than, you're going positive. Make sense? Okay. As far as solving, is there anything we need to solve in this problem?
No.
No, we're just having to graph it out, right? So we go to 1.5, negative 1.5. There's our negative 1. There's our negative 2. It's going to be right in the middle. Open circle. Pointed this direction, we're done. We graphed it out. Right? Good. Okay, let's go here, and here next. Same exact thing. Do we have any math here? No math. This tells us the direction manual. Put your pencil down. Put your pencil down. You just stay with me. So R is greater than or equal to 2. We're not concerned with the R, we're not concerned with an H, a B. All that is descriptive of the line. It can be any letter there is. Okay? So that means we're going to go to 2, Erica. We're going to go to 2 on the graph, right here. Let me see your eyeballs. Little line, greater than, shaded in, going this direction. So this one, 1.5, right? In between 1 and 2, it's negative. Open circle, headed this direction. This one headed this direction. It's pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see thumbs up or down on this, please. Yes, it is. It really is simple. But this is the baby step that we go to, and then we get more complicated because we have to solve problems and so on, and then actually use the graph to plot it out and so on. So this one, pretty similar to this one, right? It's 4.5, so it means it's going to be in between 4 and 5, greater than, open circle, right in the middle, heading this direction. So this tells you what direction it's got to go, right? Tells you what direction it needs to go, tells you what direction it needs to go. So you should be able to look at a problem without even plotting it. The line should be going this way. The line should be going that way. The line should be going this way. Okay? And we just need to put the number where it belongs. Okay. 5 is a little different, but not complicated. We've actually covered this before. How do we solve when we have a fraction next to a variable? What type of math do we use to undo it? When we have a fraction next to a variable. But how do we solve it? What's this called? Reciprocal. Do not forget that. We have a fraction next to a variable. So the very first thing we're going to do, when you go to graph, notice here, HRB. You see how they're in front? You want it that way. You don't want to do it the other way. If we did it the other way, we had 4.5, and then H, we would be going the wrong direction. The variable has to go first. Okay? So the very first thing we're going to do in this problem is we're going to write the variable first. Okay? So notice, it's 3/4, but it's closed and it's open to the -8, right? So I'm just going to rewrite it. 3/4 B, or B 3/4, same thing. And it's open to the 8, it's open to the 8. We want the variable up front. Is that clear? Okay, from there, we have the reciprocal, right? We need to get rid of that 3/4. So we flip it over. That takes care of it. Do we know why we flip it over? Because it cancels it out, right? Do you want to see it? Say yes. Yeah. What is in front of every variable we can't see? An invisible 1. So if we take this and we multiply this by 4 times 3, what is 4 times 3?
12.
And what is 3 times 4? And what's 12 over 12?
1/2.
Right. It's 1, correct?
Yeah.
So that's how we took care of it. So now if we do it the other side, we just cancel it out. That's why we do the reciprocal. Fraction next to a variable. Okay, so the fact that we do this, we're going to have -8. Okay? How we do this, we got to drop a 1 underneath this 8, multiply the top by the top and the bottom by the bottom. So -8 times 4, -24, 3 times 1, 3. Does 24 go into 3? Sure it does. 8 times 3 is 24, right? So this is a negative, that's a positive, it turns it to -8. This is now done, we can graph it. Because we couldn't graph this out. That's impossible because we don't know what the variable is. We have to get the variable by itself. So now we can actually graph this out. So where B is less than -8, open circle -8, heading this direction. Okay? Any questions?
No.
Okay, last one and then we're done. How you have problems that you're trying to solve for numbers? So we have this scenario right here, right? We're trying to get H by itself. So what is the opposite of +1? Right. So we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. This is -2 on this side and -1. So -2 and -1 is -3. Okay? All we have to do is rewrite this because we need the H up front. We can never have the number up front. It's like a rule. Okay? So notice. See how it's open to the H? We're just going to rewrite this. We're going to write the H first. It's still open to it, -3. So literally we're just writing the mirror image of it. Are we clear? Because we have to have it this way. If we graph it this way, it's wrong. The letter needs to be first, okay? So now we're -3, open circle, greater than. If we would have graphed this out, we would have went 3, and we would have been less than, and we would have been totally the opposite answer, right? Always have to have the variable first. Notice this right here. You need to know this as part of your worksheet. This is us writing this in words. That's 3 times n is greater than or equal to 7. Okay? So if it's telling you to write it out, you're writing it out in words. Here's an example. 3 times n is greater or equal to 7. Same thing with this one. This is negative 8 is greater than 3/4 times b. So negative 8 is greater than 3/4 times b. Okay? Okay, let's talk about this for now. You're going to write this one out in words, just like what I just covered. Okay? All these ones you're going to graph. Here, you're going to graph it out and you're going to solve it. Same thing with this one right here. So you have an example on the board how to do it. These 3 right here take less than 2 minutes to do. This do now probably takes less than 5 minutes. Okay? When you're done, flip over your worksheet for a second, please. Your notes. Go to your worksheet. So, you have examples, then you have the actual worksheet. What you need to do on this worksheet, you're going to write these out in words. Okay? So just like this one, and just like this one, you're going to write it out in words of what it's saying. Okay? So you're not going to use symbols. You're not going to use minus. You're going to write the word minus. If it's multiply, you're going to write the word multiply. Okay, 5 through 8. All you're going to do is graph these out, but you have to solve these first. Okay? 9 through 12, those are just inequalities. You're writing them out. By the way, on your inequalities, use X, or use whatever letter that you want, but essentially that's what you're writing out. Yes?
What is line under the...
It means equal to, so like this. See this one? This is greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. All that means is, Alfonso, right here, put it away, put it away, put it away. It means the circle is shaded in. It's not open. That's all it means. By the way, that matters when you get to Algebra 2 because it impacts the direction that shading happens on a graph. 13 and 14 are the opposite. 13 and 14 are giving you words. You want to write it out numerically and then go ahead and graph it out. So this lesson is pretty straightforward, pretty easy. You have all the examples on the board to help you out. So let me be crystal clear in what I'm after. Okay? You want to get your notes done, your vocabulary done, your worksheet stapled together. That should be in the tray before Monday. Your due now you should be doing on a separate sheet of paper. Get that knocked out and turned in today. Are we clear? Okay, let me see thumbs up. If there's anything I need to go through again. Any other example you guys want me to go through? Okay, so we're good? Okay, let's make it happen.